Hey, Tootie here. We're jumping into another Theros Beyond Death draft. This one is going to be best of one. Let's just hop in. Ooh, so we've got Arrast of the Endless Web. Pretty good card. It's a 3-5 with reach, and it has the ability to make spiders whenever our opponent casts an instant or sorcery, but in practice, I found that this basically just means when they go to kill it. You know, if they have like a non-enchantment removal spell to kill it, you get a spider out of it. I haven't ever seen anybody actually like just play into it, you know? There's just not that many instants and sorceries usually in draft, and in this set there's even less than usual because kind of there's a lot of enchantments that kind of fill the role that instants and sorceries would usually fill. Our uncommons are just okay. Birth of Melodus is alright. Underworld Fires is actually pretty bad. Caliphate would be pretty good as well. And then I think actually the second best card in the pack is Iroas' Blessing. Just a great removal spell. 4 mana, 4 damage to anything, and it leaves around a +1/+1. You know, there are situations where this is bad. You know, you go to use it and you would try to attach it to one of your creatures and they kill it in response, you get 2 for 1. So, but in practice, this is pretty powerful and it kills most things, at least things that haven't been like escaped back and are big baddies. You know, it's kind of. I haven't been super impressed with Arasta. Honestly, this is closer than you might think between what is a good rare, but I think this is probably the best red common, and it's pretty good. But I think we will just take the rare with Arasta and see where we go from here. So in green we have Gift of Strength and Setessan Skirmisher, both pretty bad cards. Neither of them unrunnable, but you really don't want to be running either of these. Hero of the Nyxborn is pretty good, but yeah, not really. I wouldn't second pick it. This is something where to kind of sway you towards red-white if you're already in one of these colors, but I don't think it's powerful enough that we want to abandon our green plan here. We do have 2 removal spells in the pack, both in white. We've got Revoke Existence, we've got Triumphant Surge, both of which are okay, but aren't really crazy good. I definitely think, after playing the format a bit more, that Revoke Existence is main deckable for sure. And Triumphant Surge is, you know, also main deckable, but both of these do end up in situations where you're just kind of, you know, you don't have good targets for it. They're pretty specific in what they can hit. Discordant Piper is also pretty good, specifically in the red-black deck, but in general, I mean, just a 2-mana 2/1 that creates a goat when it dies, not bad. I think we'll go with Triumphant Surge. It's actually splashable. If we do end up in like green and some other color, we can splash for this Triumphant Surge with it just having 1 white pip. That's the, I believe that's the 3rd Caliphate we've seen, which is, it's at least the 2nd, but perhaps the 3rd. So, in this pack, this pack does have a Catablebus. It's a pretty powerful card, but you do have to kind of shift more towards black. And it's actually not as powerful in this format as I think it would be in a lot of formats, just because there's so much powerful removal at lower rarities and pretty much, you know, most of the colors, that this is like the 3rd best removal spell in black at common, which is kind of crazy to say, but there's like Mire's Grasp and there's Final End, and this is just like a distant third to those two. So it's not like vital that we pick this up. Even if we do end up in green-black, it wouldn't be like we've missed massively by not picking this up. Other option would be something like Relentless Pursuit. This keeps us on the green plan, doesn't really shift us into a 3rd color here. And is also a pretty good card, essentially just a draw 2. And Milling Over is actually, it's good because you can mill over cards that you can exile away to get back your escape creatures, or if you're lucky, even mill an escape card to get back. But you know, this is a format where decking is not uncommon. Like, a lot of times you can just build up boards. I mean, like, look at Arasta, right? This is a card that does not excel at finishing games. This is a card that excels at keeping you alive. So right now we don't really have a way to kill our opponent. And what I've seen about this format is you really want to have some sort of tempo, some sort of finisher, some sort of cohesive deck theme that can really, you know, carry you to victory. Because if you don't, you're just going to be kind of farting around. There's just too much good removal to rely on. You know, to have like an okay deck that keeps you alive, and then have some bombs that finish it off. Like, they're always going to have the removal for the bombs. You can't rely that they won't. So given that, I think we will just take the Relentless Pursuit and leave ourselves in green and open to anything else. Because I just don't think Catablebus is enough to warrant kind of shifting to colors. Like, the other Phalanx Tactics is okay. Caliphate, if we had first picked Caliphate in our first pack, It would have been nice to have a couple of those. We could go kind of heavy into the blue devotion theme, but and then we would actually play this Minions Return. It's actually better than I originally thought it was. But besides that, there's nothing that really stands out. So we'll just take the Relentless Pursuit, stay in green. Okay, so here we have some, we have Voracious Typhon, which is probably the best green common, or at least up there with the best green commons. And then we also have Nylea's Huntmaster, which is playable but not great. And then we also have this Warden of the Chain, which, really, it's a gold-colored card, but we're already in green most likely, so really it would just be shifting towards red. It'd be like sort of the same as taking this Heroes of the Revel, which is also a really good card. But I think because we just have this easy choice with the Voracious Typhon, we'll take that. Other good cards are like Funeral Rites, Harpy's pretty good. Yeah, and Daybreak Chimera. But we're not, we took this kind of speculatively, and we could still splash it. So Daybreak Chimera really wants you to be in like a heavy white deck. So I think we'll just take the green. Okay, here we've got an easy choice, which is Enchanting Lyre. This is a card that I thought was like medium to bad when I first read it, which is maybe naive of me, because this is actually one of the better removal spells in the format, especially at lower rarities. So we'll just pick that up. The reason why it's so good, right, is it's a removal spell that basically answers their best threat continually, right? You can early in the game you can use it to tap down something that's just going to be annoying to you, and then later in the game when they play their big bomb, you can say, okay, you know what, you can have your little creature back. I'm gonna take down your big guy. So having this removal spell that just sits out there and deals with the biggest problem on the board at any given time is really nice. The one downside with this being is that there's a lot of sort of coincidental artifact hate running around, things like Revoke Existence and white, that just, people are running it main deck to deal with enchantments, but it also hits artifacts, so something to keep in mind. I mean, there are cards like this, though, Mystic Repeal, that only deal with enchantments, so it's not like everything also hits it, but there is going to be some main deck cards that deal with this, when in some formats there just wouldn't be. And then we would take the Skull of Grove Dancer as well. Pretty decent card. Probably the second best card in the back is like Rage Hound, or maybe the Scophos Maze Warden's better than Rage Hound. These two I think are the best. So red was pretty nice here. Keep an eye on red moving forward. Maybe red is open. Here, So this is best of one, so I don't know if we want to plummet. I guess we could either take Unknown Shores to make splashing a little easier if we do decide to go that direction, or we could take like a Lead Instructor. So if we do happen to go into blue-green, it's an okay card. Aspect of the Manticore is also fine, not great. I guess we just take Unknown Shores. We just none of those cards are worth speculating on, I don't think. Okay, we'll definitely take this Warbriar Blessing. This is a good card. The plus 0, +2 means that whatever you have fighting is probably going to survive the combat, which is just pretty good, because 2 mana fight something is already a playable card in Limited, so Nexus Wardens is also decent enough, although, again, we don't want to end up with a deck that's just a bunch of ways to stay alive, Arasta, the Endless Web, and Nexus Wardens. We need some sort of proactive game plan to actually kill our opponent. Voracious Typhon's good with that, but we want more things that are kind of threats in and of themselves, or we want a more cohesive deck designed towards actually beating our opponent, because this format is just not enough to build an okay deck and kind of just wait till you draw your bombs. I found that to not be good enough. Here we could take Setessan Skirmisher. I guess that's what we take. Here the Winds is probably better than Skirmisher, but we're not sure when. I guess we'll just take the Skirmisher. Give ourselves a 2-drop. Okay, and here we'll take the Omen of the Hunt. Aspect of Lamprey is also a decent card, and Stern Dismissal, and Riptide Turtle as well. These are all pretty decent right here. These two are pretty bad, but we'll take Omen of the Hunt in our colors. Pretty decent card. Okay, yeah, I guess we take another Skirmisher. So we're just heavy green here. We'll take the Stern... I guess we'll take the Nyxborn Courser. More likely to be in white than blue. Yeah, we'll take the Sentinel's Eyes. I'm gonna put the white in the sideboard for now. It really depends on what we open here in our next pack. This is okay. I want to talk about this card for a second. This is an awful card. because there's just so many graveyard synergies in the deck. Just filling up your opponent's graveyard so they can escape back their creatures is pretty bad. Um, there does, I was saying before that you can sort of deck more frequently in this format than others, so if you did have some sort of mill plan with this and the uncommon mill spell, maybe, but that's the only deck I would want to play that in. And then Memory Drain. Okay, the Akroan War is very good. So is Nessian Hornbeetle, though. This is a card that is just kind of a bomb. Like, it may not read as super powerful. This card can very quickly grow out of control with very little investment on our part. It's just a 2-mana 2/2, which is already an okay card. And then it can become just this huge problematic threat. Besides that, there's another Cthulhu Hierophant's okay. Lampad of Death's Vigil is actually very good. I've been really surprised with how well that card's performed. Oread's good, and Return to Nature's good, and Rise to Glory is good, but of course we're not in that color, and so is Nessian Warder, so there's a lot of good stuff in this pack. A Crowan War might just be so good that we need to take it, though, and shift into red-green. I think I'm actually going to stay the course and just take the Hornbeetle. I think the Hornbeetle might just be better than the Crowan War, as crazy as that is. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take it. It's just very good. So things are starting to get interesting. We just pulled a Colossus's Design, which gives all our creatures +X until end of turn, where X is our devotion to green. So this is, you remember I was talking about we need a way to actually close out the game. And this might be it. Maybe we just go full sort of, mostly green, with maybe splashing another color, and then really take advantage of this green devotion. That sounds like at least an interesting way to play. Probably the best card in the deck is like Helios Pilgrim. Flummox Cyclops is also good. Scophus Maid Warden is also good. There's some good cards in here, but I think I'm gonna go in with this mono-ish green plan. We can definitely splash another color, but yeah, I think we're gonna start focusing in just heavy on green. Mire's Grasp is really good. Is that something we want to? The thing is, it's 2 mana though, right? We would actually, typically Mire's Grasp is just better than like Final Death, which is the 5 mana exile target creature spell. This is just better. It just invalidates a big creature or just straight up kills a small creature for 2 mana. But I wonder, in this deck in particular, because we're going to be kind of looking for green pips, maybe it would make more sense to go with the, the higher removal spell. Maybe this just isn't as good in our deck. It does proc our Cetacean Skirmishers, which is something. Maybe Cetacean Training is just the pick, though. Gives us another pip on the battlefield, cycles, and also gives our creature +1/+0 and trample, which is pretty good with this Colossus Design, because Design doesn't actually give trample. It just pumps all our creatures, so yeah, I think I'm going to stick to our plan and take Cetacean Training. So here we cannot pick a green card. There's Plummet, but I'm not going to pick Plummet. Probably the best card, we probably want something with like Evasion, I guess, as if our plan is to try to win with this Colossus Design most games. Maybe something like this Vexing Goal would be pretty good, or this Scavenging Harpy. Yeah, I think we take the Vexing Goal. Ooh, Iroas's Blessing is pretty good and pretty splashable. That's probably what we'll take, and just put this Vexing Goal in our sideboard. The other choice here would be like a Laguna Band Storyteller, which is fine, but not as good as Iroas's Blessing, I don't think. And then, yeah, there's just no green cards here, unfortunately. Omen of the Forge would also be good, but again, if we're trying to focus in mostly on green, definitely these higher converted mana cost spells are make that easier. Okay, here's another Omen of the Forge, Moss Viper. I think we take Moss Viper because it's a really good combo with the Warbriar Blessing. There's also another Relentless Pursuit, but I think, I think after the first one, those get less good. So I think we just, I don't want to fall into the trap of just, again, taking a lot of cards that are good at keeping you alive but not good at finishing the game. But I think Moss Viper's our pick here, so we'll take Moss Viper. Here there's been like no really good green cards for quite a few packs here. I guess we take Stampede Rider. if we do end up in like red-green, if we forego this this green devotion plan a bit, we do have an Iroas's Blessing now to put us into red-green. Probably our strongest non-green card is Iroas's Blessing, so I guess we... There's also Blood Aspirant, but this is really good in the red-black deck, not so much in the red-green deck. Let's see, is there anything we have that actually sacrifices permanence? I mean, there's the Omen of the Hunt, I suppose. But yeah, I think we just take the Stampede Rider. Okay, we'll take the Dreamstalker Mana Core, sure. So this has 4 powers. That procs are cards that care about things having 4 or more power. You know, like Stampede Rider and Nessian Hornbeetle. Just going like Hornbeetle turn 2, Mana Core turn 3 is actually pretty backbreaking. So we'll do this, and maybe we're looking at shifting out of this mono green plane a bit. We might still run this Colossus design, just like a, you know, like a +3/+3, +4/+4, something like that. But it's not going to be this huge blowout like we were planning. Yeah, we'll take Scophus Maze Warden and put Portent in the sideboard. I guess we take the... We're not going to play the Satyr's Cunning, but we'll take it for the sideboard. Sure. And sure. Oh, there's Tamika, which is really good. Man, this is the all... this is the all-white pack, huh? There's Commanding Presence, Daxos Blessed by the Sun, Tamika, all really good cards, but I guess potentially we could splash the Commanding Presence, but let's see if there's... Now, we've got a Voracious Typhon here. Probably, man, I think, like, the 3 or 4 best... Okay, so, like, Tamika, I think, is the best card in the pack, and then probably Dreadful Apathy, and then Commanding Presence. So there's some really good white cards here. Witness of Tomorrow's is also pretty good, but I think we just take Voracious Typhon. It's the best thing in our colors. Let's just move in on this mono green plan a bit more, or rather this green devotion, not mono green. Yeah, we'll take the Loathsome Chimera. This, again, it helps with our cards that care about 4 power or more, and just curving a Hornbeetle into a Loathsome Chimera is just very powerful. And again, it has Escape, which is good, so we'll take that. I guess we just take another Typhon? Yeah, it's looking that way. There's Farrakha Spawn, which is very good. And then some other good white cards here. Indomitable Will, Banishing Light. But I think, yeah, I think we just take another Typhon. So we're just big chonky boys, which I think is actually a good place to be in this format. This format is, like I was saying before, there's just so much removal that it's insane. And like all colors at lower rarities, and so having these cards that are just sort of individually powerful, I think that's where you want to be. Either with these cards that kind of hold their own without needing your bombs, or you want to have some sort of tempo or deck theme that works through disruption, works through removal, and is able to just not rely on just a few cards to win. Because they just always have the removal in this format. Do we take another Omen of the Hunt? I guess that's better than any of the red cards here. Like, we don't want to port no Betrayal, I don't think, so we'll take the Omen of the Hunt. Here, it's really nothing for us. What if we are to splash a color, what's the most likely color we're going to splash? Probably white, I guess, for like Triumphant Surge if we just need some more removal. So I guess we take the Heliod's Pilgrim in that case. We can splash here. I mean, we got 2 Omens of the Hunt and Unknown Shores, so... Wow, okay. Furious Rise seems pretty good in our deck. Setessan Petitioner would also be good with our devotion plan, but let's see, how many creatures do we have that have 4 power or greater, potentially? So, Nessian Hornbeetle can get there. Dreamstalker Mana Core, so that's 2. 3... 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we'll take the Furious Rise. It seems pretty good in our deck. If we can get this to proc even like twice, it's worth it. So, yeah, I think we just take the Petitioner here. We're mostly green with some red, so this is just gonna be like a 2/2 that gains us a ton of life. Rapid Flames is pretty bad. And then Rage-Scarred Berserker has kind of overperformed. It seems like a pretty good card. Same with Deny the Divine. These 2 cards may not read super strong, but I've seen them do pretty well. So, take the Petitioner, take the... I guess we take the Altar. helps us splash again. If we need more removal, this will help us splash it, I suppose. Wow, this commanding presence came back. Okay, so if we were to splash white, let's say, we could splash this commanding presence, this Heliod's Pilgrim, and like Triumphant Surge, and we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources. I think we just take the Grove Dancer. I don't think we go into that plan. We'll just stick with our red-green plan here. So Anax, Triumph of Anax seems pretty bad, but it does, I guess in our deck in specific, it does give +X/+O, which can get like any creature up to above 4 power, so that it can trigger our cards that care about that. But then it takes 4 turns just to fight a creature. That's pretty bad. We'll take this, but we won't play it. Yeah, we'll take the Indomitable Will. Take Portent of Betrayal. Take Flicker of Fate, and take another Portent. Alright. So we ended up in red-green, mostly green, splashing a little red. Let's see. We really, 2 Omen to the Hunts is kind of a lot. I wonder if one of these Portents would be better. I don't know. I guess we could just cut one of these, right? We have enough cards anyway. We won't play an Unknown Shores. We just don't need it if we're just going to be red-green. And then I think this is fine. How many creatures do we have? We have 15 creatures. That's plenty. And I think, you know, we've got... How much removal we've got here? 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 removal spells here, which should be enough. So I don't think we need to like splash for white to pull in Triumphant Surge, which isn't even like a great removal spell. It's like an okay one. So I think we're pretty good here. I'm pretty happy with this deck. We have a lot of action to help us like actually push through and finish the game, which again I've seen in my experiences with this format, just value and just sort of sitting back and, you know, having a pretty kind of a ho-hum deck that has some good bombs just does not cut it in this format. You just get removal out of the game like crazy, and like it's much more about tempo and having some sort of strategy to actually win. That seems to be what's important in this format. So this is our deck, kind of a red-green big boy. So yeah, let's hop into our games. All right, playing against 553780808. Yeah, we'll keep this. Pretty good. We can go Horn Beetle, and Scophus Maze Warden can be... Oh, Shadow Spear. That's kind of scary, but this Maze Warden can become a 4-power creature. We just pay 1 mana, it becomes a 4/3. So we can get this Horn Beetle. What is happening? Okay. I'm a little scared. I don't know... don't know why you would be playing Mirror Shield, but, we don't have anything with Death Touch, I don't think, so it's not going to be doing anything against us. So that's something. Shadow Spear is a problem, though. Okay, Omen of the Hunt. So we're up against a green-black, and I guess we're going to find out if they're splashing another color now. No, just a green-black deck. Shadow Spear is pretty hard to race, though. Oh, now I wish we had played the Horn Beetle. Yeah. We'll just play the Mana Core here anyway. Go to combat, attack. I was thinking we didn't have a 4-power creature, so I was just going to play the Oread instead of the Mana Core, or instead of the Horn Beetle, to kind of maybe, if something was going to get removed, we want it to be the Oread rather than the Horn Beetle. But maybe that was a mistake. Okay. Yeah, they did it. So I think we will... I don't think we want to attack into this test and skirmisher, because we want to have our Horn Beetle start growing next turn, so we'll just pass turn. Next turn we can Horn Beetle plus Entrancing Lyre, and eventually... Okay. Oh, so this is some sort of Boggles deck. Interesting. So they're just going to soup this thing up with a ton of equipment, huh? That's interesting. Wow, what a cool deck. Our opponent's deck is awesome. So I think what we do here, we will attack with Mana Core, see if they want to trade. They do not. Wow. Play Horn Beetle. Play... I think we're actually going to play Stampede Rider here, because we can't tap this down anyway. It's got hexproof. So Entrancing Lyre isn't going to stop that thing, so I think we're just going to go as wide as possible. Oh, it's at the beginning of combat. Whoops. So I messed up with Horn Beetle. I thought it was at the end phase. We just lost a counter for no reason, which is not good. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us. Wow, okay. Well, they have all this, but they don't have Vigilance, so it's not like they can just attack here, right? It's just going to be a big blocker, maybe? We can still get in with the Scopo's Maze Warden, so... Alright. See what they do. Just gonna pass turn, sure. So here we will attack, get a counter on our Horn Beetle, pump up our Stampede Rider. Eventually our Horn Beetle will be bigger than this thing, no matter how many things they put on it. I guess we could have attacked with this Dreamstalker Mana Core, actually. I was worried that they'd flash in the Raise Dead, but if they do that, that's pretty awful, so... Okay. Yeah, okay. So they're just gonna let it die here. Get rid of the minions return, which is fine. Yep. And I think we're going to... Yeah, we're gonna just Entrancing Lyre and tap this thing down while we have a chance. I guess actually we'll wait. If they try to equip it up, we'll tap it down in response, so... Pass turn. See if they've got another creature to go with all this equipment. If this is their only creature, we've got them pretty hard locked under this Entrancing. No, we're not going to let that happen. So, pay 2, tap down the creature. I guess potentially they could have a pump spell here that saves it. Wonder if that was a reason to... Oh, okay. That's pretty, That did pump it in response. That was pretty... Yeah, I guess that was probably... It was a mistake. We probably should have just attacked while we had the chance, I suppose. Yeah, we'll untap Entrancing Lyre. I guess it doesn't have hexproof now, though, right? So maybe they actually didn't really gain all that much from it. So 3, tap it down. Really all they did is just take 2 mana from us. Yeah, I guess that was actually not great. I was thinking it was some galaxy brain play they just did, but I guess in reality it wasn't all that good. We'll just attack. Big chunk of damage here. And we'll just pass a turn, plan on looting with the Oread here. Really, there's no reason to play the Omen of the Hunt anymore. We got enough mana, so we'll probably just... Might even just loot that away instead of the land. Yeah, that's probably what we will do. Okay. Sure. We'll sacrifice... I guess we should have... that was a mistake. We should have looted with Oread. But... so be it. They're still dead here. Good game. Opponent had a really cool deck, but yeah. We were able to answer this with a little bit of trickery, and that was enough to take him out of the game. But still really cool idea to have sort of like a Boggles deck. You just suit up a creature with a bunch of equipment. I was wondering, like, why in the world would you play that shield? But it looked, I mean, giving your creature hexproof and then slapping a bunch of auras on it is pretty interesting. So, all right, well, sweet. Took it down. On to the next game. Okay, we're gonna keep this hand. Any land gets us to Relentless Pursuit, and then we should be off to the races. Well, there's Moss Viper, sure. Play Moss Viper. This Horn Beetle is pretty powerful as well. This Colossus design might be a pretty good way to finish out this game. So blue-white. Yes, this is the... This could be hard for us. Still not drawing a land, huh? I guess we just take the... We'll attack. See if they want to trade with Moss Viper. Alright, play Horn Beetle. So if they have something like Plains, play the Curious Obsession aura on this Transcendent Envoy, and then hold up Karametra's Blessing, that could just beat us by itself. They just drew that combination of cards. That's pretty hard to beat. But we'll see what they've got here. Wow, they have literally exactly that. Wow, okay. So opponent is living the dream. Meanwhile, we can't find a land, unfortunately. Come on, land, land, land. It is going to be really hard to beat, because they are almost certainly leaving up interaction. I guess we go Setessan Skirmisher, because next turn we can Setessan Training on that, make it 4 power, and then pump up our Horn Beetle before combat. And we'll attack. Our opponent's just going off with his Transcendent Envoy, though. We have to dig for removal, so this Setessan Training will draw us a card, hopefully get us closer to something to deal with this Transcendent Envoy. But yeah, our opponent just had the best possible draw, well, among the best possible draws you can have in this format. Just a turn 2 flyer into a turn 3 stack on against side, holding up the protection spell. Ooh, and this is making it significantly worse. Okay, here we will put Setessan Training on our Skirmisher. Wish it didn't tap that way, but alright. Draw 2. Yeah, I should have manually tapped, I guess, because we'd rather have a... Okay, well that's fine anyway. So, we're gonna go to combat here, and he probably has a pump spell, so he's probably gonna be able to eat our Skirmisher. But that's okay, because we want to get that Karametra's Blessing out of his hand. So we can actually kill this thing if we draw a removal spell. If he just lets it through... he just lets it through. That's not good. Alright, we're relying on this Colossus' design, I think. That's the... We just have to basically cheese it. So, let's see. We're gonna have to just cheese it with this Colossus' design. Just race our opponent and try to, pump everything by a time. I mean, everything is +5/+5 right now, so that's something, right? Still 2 mana away, but Relentless Pursuit should get us to mana 5, and then hopefully we can draw mana 6. Probably just do that next turn rather than play the Maze Warden, because we have got to do this quick. Because we're quickly going to lose this game the longer it goes. Yeah, there's a Chimera. Okay, well, okay. I think we just... Do we Relentless Pursuit, or do we... I think we can Maze Warden... If we Relentless Pursuit, we set up for a Colossus' design next turn. I guess we do it. Hope we hit a 2-drop creature. Another Setessan Skirmisher would be good. Oh god. Okay. Well... that is the most painful thing ever, because... I guess we gained 3 life, so that's something. Okay, well we got our Colossus' design next turn. It would have been way better if we had played Maze Warden before we did that, but we couldn't have predicted there'd be 4 lands on top, and if we didn't draw a land next turn, our opponent's going to run even further away with the game, so I think we just pass here. Next turn we're planning on Colossus designing, just attacking with a ton of power, and hopefully force our opponent to start jumping with their Transcendent Envoy. They probably won't have to because they've gained so much life, but I mean, that's the best we can do, right? It'll also put another counter onto this Horn Beetle, which will be good. Gilead's Pilgrim, not good, because that means they will be able to chump. Yeah, we were hoping they wouldn't play another creature here. Just like suit up their existing creatures would be best. Because playing this Pilgrim, okay, Starlit Mantle, sure, more protection for the Envoy, whatever. We already know they're holding up Karametra's Blessing, so we're just never going to be able to kill that Envoy. But that's fine. Ooh, okay, attacking with the Chimera is actually pretty good for us. Okay, alright, so we've got a big attack coming in here. Hopefully it'll be big enough to force our opponent to chump with his Envoy. Hopefully. Don't play another creature, come on. Oh, come on. Damn. That sucks. Alright, well, we're still gonna do it. Colossus' design. Get in there. Oh man, if they have a bounce spell, we're gonna get wrecked here. Go to combat. It's looking like they might have a bounce spell. Ugh, that's gonna suck. Well, all we can do is go to combat and swing in here. I think we played this right. The only, you know, maybe we should have just risked it with the Scoffus Maze Warden. Played that last turn instead of digging for a land, but... Alright. I'm just gonna take 14. Just double chump, take 14 is fine. Yeah, sure. Alright, it doesn't even have a bounce spell. We do get to kill their Daxos and their Helios Poker. So that's good. I don't know if we can win though. Ugh. They got us dead in 2 turns. And this thing is gaining them life. We'll see. We'll see what they got. Maybe we could draw something crazy, but I can't think of... Alright. They might just have us dead here. They have enough pump. Up to 7. Oh, yep. 8-9. That's it. Alright, so they got us dead. Alright, well, we gave it our best shot. I don't think Scoffus Mace Warden would have changed the math on this. Actually, I guess that I might have made him chump with the Transcendent Envoy, so maybe that was a punt. Maybe we should have just assumed we could only win if everything went right and played this Maze Warden and trusted that we would draw a land, you know? And we would have drawn a land if we had done that, and that I think that would have put them in a position where they would have to trump with the Envoy too, which would at least give us a pretty good chance to win. So I don't know. It was a tough choice. I wanted to, you know, if we didn't hit a land that turn, we were gonna lose. And I guess what it came down to is even if we did hit a land that turn, if we didn't have the Scoffus Maze Warden on the battlefield, we would have lost. And so we should have just played the Maze Warden and trusted that we would draw a land. That was probably our only way to win that. So I think it was probably a misplay. But oh well, on to the next one. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We got Setessan Skirmisher and Grove Dancer into like Setessan Training, so we got a pretty aggressive start here. Relentless Pursuit to draw some more action. Alright, so the red-black deck, this is like the... Ooh, Furious Rise is pretty nice. This is like the steal your stuff and sacrifice it sort of deck. Yep, we'll just take 2. I kind of want to just play Furious Rise here, and then... Next... Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... I think I'll play the Loathsome Chimera, actually. And pass turn. So what would be really bad here is if they went Portent of Betrayal. Just because we'd be taking a lot of damage, but we will just trade here, sure. We'll trade the Soul Reaper for our Loathsome Chimera. That's fine. We want to get up to like 5 mana so we can go like Furious Rise plus Setessan Training to proc Furious Rise. Another Soul Reaper, sure. Alright, we're at 4, so I think we will... I think we just Stampede Rider? Yeah, we'll just play Stampede Rider here. Pass turn. So we really just want to draw a land here. Another Soul Reaper. Okay, so it's Soul Reaper Tribal over there, but at least they're kind of tapped out, right? Alright, we're just going to eat our Chimera, sure. Sure. This is not an enchantment creature, so they can't attack with that Temple Thief. Ugh. Well. Yeah, I think we just play the Maze Warden. And pass turn. We really just want to land here. That would have been the best turn because they were tapped out. Now they have 5 mana up, so... Okay, Limpet of Death's Vigil. So our opponent doesn't... I mean, they've got the sacrifice cards here, but they don't have a lot going on in terms of actually killing us, so... Alright, land. Okay, so we are just gonna go for it here. Setessan Training on our Skirmisher. See what our opponent does. Yep, alright, draw a card. And we're gonna go to combat, pump up our Stampede Rider, and we're just gonna get in with Stampede Rider. Yeah, we're just gonna get in with Stampede Rider. If they want to trade this for a Soul Warden, we're okay with that. Or a Soul Reaper, rather. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely eat the Lampad. Oh, okay, they're just gonna chump? They have a... Okay, they're just gonna sacrifice the Temple Thief, huh? Well, this has Trample, so... Blocking first didn't really make much sense there. But, sure. Opponent takes 3, and then we're gonna Furious Rise. And now we start getting to draw a card every turn, which is pretty sweet. Furious Rise, oh yeah, Voracious Typhon. Heck yeah, that's a great hit. That's gonna set us up for our next hit off of Furious Rise. So now we're really gonna be drawing 2 cards every turn, which should allow us to just go over the top of this sacrifice deck. Wow, that's... I don't know about that play. That was not really a problematic card, this Cetacean Skirmisher. This Voracious Typhon was going to be much better to eat to Extinction compared to that Skirmisher. Because this is going to just naturally trigger a Furious Rise. We had to keep playing enchantments to get that Skirmisher to trigger it. And this has Escape, so it has... Yeah, opponent just scoops it up. I think they realized they misplayed bad there. So, yeah, we were just going to drown them in card advantage. Furious Rise is no joke. Really, really powerful card. Just being able to pretty much draw cards for playing good creatures. Like, you want to be playing powerful creatures anyway, so getting to draw 2 cards a turn after doing so is pretty good. So, yeah, took that one down. On to the next one. Okay, next game against Psychosis. And, wow, yeah, this hand is pretty good. Nessian Hornbeetle into Relentless Pursuit. Should set us up pretty well here. Opponent's on blue and white. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Not again. Please. Don't do this to me again. I think we just go Skirmisher here. Pass turn. I guess actually we should have gone... We might get punished again. We could draw like a 4-power creature. Wow, Bant. Huh. Okay. Okay, wow. Alright. We might just set ourselves up here to try to fight this thing. So I think we will... Yeah, we're gonna try to fight this thing next turn. We'll go Hornbeetle this turn. Pass a turn. And we'll plan on Cetacean Training plus Warbrier's Blessing to fight the Transcendent Envoy next turn. We just really don't want them to leave up... Well, God, now they're going to be able to leave up a blue mana. Hopefully they'll play Sage here. Okay, okay. We get to kill the Envoy now, so that's good. So here we will... Yeah. Here we will go Cetacean Training on... So let's see, we want to get it up to 4 power. We'll put it on Hornbeetle. Pump up the Skirmisher. Go to combat. Oh, I guess... this was stupid. I was gonna think... For some reason I thought we had 4 power. Yeah, no attacks. So we just missed some damage there for no reason, which kind of sucks. But we will have... Let's see, if we pump this up by 2... Okay. So we missed... We kind of did everything as bad as we could there. We do get to kill the Envoy, which is something, but we could have also attacked in, and then I just missed a bunch of damage for like no reason. I just kind of worked that out wrong in my head, unfortunately. But we did get their big threat off the board, at least. We kind of like 3-for-1 them or something. The Sage of Mysteries is potentially scary. They're milling us here. We do have, I mean, we have 3 Typhons, though, so eventually they're going to mill a Typhon, and we're going to be very happy about it. Okay, here we will Loathsome Chimera. Boread. Go to combat, so let's see. They could kill our Hornbeetle here, so we won't attack with our Hornbeetle, because it's eventually going to grow big enough that they just won't be able to kill it. But we are going to get in with our Skirmisher. Sure. Pass turn. Another Envoy. Sure. Mills us for 2 more. Eeeh. This thing is doing some work. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, they might have the counter here, but I think we still go for it. Hopefully they don't. Okay, that's... I mean, that does reduce the explosiveness of this blade, but it's still pretty good. Attack with everything. Opponent's got to chump like crazy. Yeah, Clothus's design has been pretty good. Yep. Jump. Their game plan is to mill us out with Sage of Mystery, but look at this board. I mean, I don't think they're gonna mill 20 cards off us. Another Sage. Okay, they do get back to Sentinel's Eye, so that'll be 4 cards they're milling here. Oy, I don't even want to cast this Relentless Pursuit because it'll like take basically 4 cards out of our deck. I think it's just bad. Okay, there's a Typhon. Yeah, we'll go to combat. Attack. Yeah, we'll just attack with everything. Sure. Opponent can trade with a oh. Okay, we just take it all. Down to 4, and we will play Typhon. Fast turn. They gotta kill us this turn, which I guess isn't impossible. Eidolon doesn't do it. Alright. They're dead. They should be dead. I guess, no, I mean, even if they triple chump, they're dead here, so... Yeah, we got them. Yep, and we will just attack in. And that should be game. No matter how they block. This Nessian Hornbeetle has trample, so... Good game. Yep. Alright, so our opponent had kind of an interesting deck. They're sort of blue-white mill. I mean, this is a... We've specifically built our deck not to fall into the trap of this format of kind of just doing nothing. Which is really easy in this format to build a deck that doesn't really win very well. And then I think these mill cards would be very good against a deck like that, but we are not that deck. So, on to the next game. Okay, up against Brunith, and yeah, this hand looks good. Entrancing Lyre to remove anything too problematic, and then we can probably just go like Entrancing Lyre into Arasta. Setessan Petitioner once we got some more devotion on the battlefield. Okay. We might just Petitioner here to gain 2 life and trade with this Leonin, so we're not just taking a billion damage. Okay, they got the Sentinel's Eyes too. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to just play the Entrancing Lyre here. I think we'll just Setessan Petitioner. Gain 2 life, plan on trading with this Leonin. Our opponent looks like an aggressive white deck. I have seen decks like this in the format. Just sort of super aggressive decks. Yeah, I guess they can put this on the Leonin. Well, they're getting in for a lot. Arasta next turn will be good. No blocks. Arasta will let us block this Leonin at the very least. That's good. Play Mountain Arasta. And pass turn. No attacks. Okay, we will block here. They may have a pump spell, but... Okay, I don't know what's going on. Gain some life, sure. Daybreak Chimera, also sure. Guess their plan is just to attack through the Arasta, which may work. I think we... We will Skirmisher... Lyre. Pass a turn. No attacks. We'll see how this goes. Opponent has pump spell. I think if they had the pump spell, they probably would have just used it to trade with our Arasta. I don't know, maybe not. Birth of Melodus, sure. We'll get a Plains. Because they're just going to pump up this Daxos, I guess. Put the wings on it. sure. Sure. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, they didn't have the mana to put the wings on it, so we will just chump with, I guess, Petitioners. Okay, so we're not in the worst shape here. I think we will... Relentless Pursuit. Yeah, we'll Relentless Pursuit here. Try to dig for some stuff to deal with this board. I don't think our Oriad is doing all that much. Well, I'm kind of sad to see that Iroas' Blessing go. And pass the turn. Plan on tapping down. If they try to suit up this Daxos Blessed by the Sun, we can tap it down. No attacks. Yeah, this Arasa is keeping us alive by itself, essentially. Yeah, make a 0-core. Gain a life. Sure, sure, sure. I think this mono-white deck typically... Alright, we'll try to tap down Daxos. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I guess we'll try to tap down the Daybreak Chimera. See if they got a pump spell. I think this mono-white deck typically doesn't run many lands, so... okay. See if they got the pump spell. They do not. Alright, they were just going for the free attack, because why not? No, we won't untap. Okay, now we can just start typhoning off here. So, Voracious Typhon, Oriad, pass turn. Wayfarer, okay, that's gonna make future enchantments pretty scary. Now, any enchantment is gonna buff this Daxos by 2. Pretty scary stuff. Yeah, we are just gonna block it though. Yep. Eventually they're gonna find a pump spell or something to kill our Arasta, which is scary. You know what? Yeah. I think what we're gonna do here is tap down the Daxos, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, we will go to combat. Attack. Yep, just attack with a Typhon. Okay, opponent trades the wall, sure. And then we will just play our play our other Typhon here. Pass turn. No, we will not. Untap the Lyre. Yeah, we'll play... I guess we should do this first. Discard a Forest, draw a card. Just in case we draw something better than Skull of Grave Contancer. Wow. Can we do both? We can do both. Alright, so we'll Furious Rise. That is a fantastic draw. Pump up our Skirmisher. Play Skull of Grave Dancer. Pump up our Skirmisher again. Go to combat. Attack, attack, and attack. And this Furious Rise is going to start drawing us cards. Alright, opponent just takes a bunch of damage, sure. A Loathsome Chimera, that's a good draw. Building up our board. Hopefully I don't have like, I guess that, that spell that buffs everything would be kind of bad here. I didn't consider that. The Phalanx Formation or whatever it's called. Will not. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and play Loathsome Chimera, I guess. Go to combat. Attack, attack, and that's it. Okay, opponent just chumps. Gain some life. Yeah, I guess we'll play Moss Viper, sure. There might be a way we can kill this Daxos if we draw our fight spell. And we'll pass turn. Oh, there's our fight. Alright, so that's a way we can kill the Daxos for good. Thank God. And our opponent scoops it up. Alright. Oof, so we were able to disrupt our opponent. Our Rasta absolutely saved our ass that game. We were beyond dead, and our Rasta kept us alive against their flyers, so sweet. That shows that I mean, even though I kind of said like Arasta, yeah, it's not the best because it doesn't do very well at winning games. I mean, against specifically that mono white deck that tries to take advantage of like just beating you down with super fast flyers while you're dirtling around, it absolutely saved us. So sweet. Thank God for our rare. On to the next one. Yeah, we'll keep this. We don't have a lot to do, but we do have Relentless Pursuit to hopefully find us a red source. Well, we just draw it. That works too. So we can go like turn 2 or turn 3 Stampede Rider, turn 4 Voracious Typhon. That's a pretty good curve. Got the Irosis Blessing to deal with something eventually. Put us on white something. White is actually pretty good in this format. There's been a lot of, at least it feels like there's been a lot of formats in a row where white hasn't been that great, but I've been surprised with white in this format. This has flash, so they could have played it at instant speed, but I guess they just said screw it. They didn't want to deal with the triggers. Okay, so white black. That's Hierophants. Okay, okay. Ugh, Pharaoh spawn. That's scary. That is a bomb of a card for sure. Yeah, we'll just type in here. And yeah, you know what? If they want to trade the Hierophant, that's okay. Trading their 4-drop for our 3-drop is fine. No, well, jumping doesn't really do anything because it has trample, but that's fine. We can just kill the Hierophant if we want to next turn. So, okay, now we probably will. Yep. Opponent's gonna attack. Most likely. Okay, now they're just using it as a blocker, sure. So here we will... It's a little bit scary here because they could have like Karametra's Blessing, but I think we still go for it. Our Rose's Blessing, targeting our Stampede Rider. Okay. Blow up Venomous Hierophant, please? Please! Alright, that's great. Very nice, now we get to pump it up. It has Trample. Swing in for 8. The opponent's gotta start doing something. I mean, this Pharaoh spawn isn't nothing. When they do get that back, it's going to be pretty good, but we might just have them under so much pressure here that it's going to be hard to find time. This is exile 3 other cards? Gosh. Ugh. Yeah. Guess they can do it right now, yeah. They can go ahead and do it. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, this is a crazy card. Yeah, Pharaoh spawn. Here it comes. Ugh. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I guess we put the Typhon in the graveyard. Okay, so here we will... Relentless Pursuit. Get a Dreamstalker. Yeah, Dreamstalker in a forest. We will play the Dreamstalker and pass turn. Next turn we can go Nessie and Horn Beetle. Start growing that. Or maybe we just want to go Voracious Typhon. I mean, 7/7 is pretty good. Okay, Helios Pilgrim makes the Typhon less... Okay, no, Mire's Grasp, sure. They're just gonna Mire's Grasp our Dreamstalker? Sure, sure, sure. Okay, now we can get back our Voracious Typhon. And that just outclasses the Pharaoh spawn, so we're pretty okay with this. If they went and got like a, you know, like a pacifism to deal with our Typhon permanently, we would be less inclined, but sure. 6/7. Yep, we're just gonna take it. Get back our Typhon. Exile, exile, exile. I guess we gotta do all 4. No attacks, and hopefully they don't have removal for our Typhon. That would be bad. They have the worst removal for our Typhon. Nightmare. Oh, and they have a... Okay. Our opponent's just got a disgusting deck. Jeez Louise. Yep, we'll take 6. Yeah, I don't think we're beating this. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, so we will... Yeah, Horn Beetle, Oriad, and pass turn. No attacks. We can't start shuffling... I mean, we can start using our Oriad to churn through our deck and maybe find some sort of answer to this Spherical Spawn, but that was brutal. Moment of the Sun, sure. That doesn't really change anything. They do get to Scry, which is not nothing. And it is a card in their graveyard, so they can get this Spherical Spawn back when we eventually do get rid of it. I think we just block with the Oriad. Activate the Oriad's ability. Discard a Forest. Draw another mountain. Maybe we should have chumped with the Horn Beetle. My thoughts are that it can eventually grow and help us out here. Ugh. Alright, Citizen Petitioner, gain 3 life. That's another chump for the Spherical Spawn. Yeah, I guess maybe we should have kept around the Oriad. The Horn Beetle is just such a more powerful card, but maybe churning through our deck was worth more there. Maybe it was right to even chump with a Stampede Rider. Yeah. Our opponent scries, which is not good for us. Ooh, let's scry one to the top. Okay. Really? They put a Wayfarer on top? It's a little surprising. Yeah, we could block with everything, I guess. If we do that, we lose the Horn Beetle and the Stampede Rider. Okay. You know what? I think we gotta do it at this point. We just can't afford to keep throwing everything away like this, so... Well, what happened? Oh, I didn't block with the... Okay, well, I punted that. I meant to block with everything, instead I forgot to block with the Petitioner, so I just killed us, but with that many lands we drew, we were probably dead anyway. Our opponent was getting pretty close to being able to just swing out and kill us, but that was definitely a punt, so whoopsie. On to the next game. Alright. Up against Hot Dog 666. Uh-oh. And we'll keep this hand. Not a crazy hand, but we do have a nice curve here. Skirmisher into Stampede Rider into Scophus Maze Warden. Okay, I think we played the Horn Beetle instead. Let's see if we get our opponent to use Removal Spell on it. Alright, we will not block. So far, just all black. They could be on mono black, potentially, like some sort of devotion-based deck with a bunch of Grey Wardens. Okay, sure. There's the removal spell. We will play the Stampede Rider. Yeah, this does look like a mono black devotion deck. Wow. Huh. Underworld Dreams. That's gonna be... Yeah, we're gonna have to put the pedal to the metal. I think we actually want to Dream... I don't know. Nah, we'll Scophus Maze Warden. We don't get the pump, but we still will attack for 2 here. I was thinking maybe we play Dreamstalker to pump up our Stampede Rider, but then they have this Temple Thief that we can't block, and yada yada yada. So I think it works out better this way. We can put this to test and training on our Scophus Maze Warden to get a 4-power creature. Well, okay, we are gonna block. They've got like a Myers Grasp. We're okay with 2 for wanting them. Yeah, okay. We're A-okay with that. Okay, so we only have 1 green source. So I think we do Dreamstalker Mana Courier. Put as much pressure on the board as we can. Pass turn. So if they just play a creature, we can Iroas's Blessing. Oh, just playing nothing, looks like. Alright, we will... Yeah, we'll Skirmisher. Training on Mana... I guess we should have Training first, see what we drew before we played the Skirmisher. Yeah. I guess we wouldn't have been able to play this as Citizen Petitioner anyway. We don't have enough green sources. So, we would have played this anyway, so no harm, no foul. But we got them dead here. They gotta do something. Alright, we killed them. So mono black devotion, but it looks like they maybe flooded out. Would have been cool to see that deck in action. I'm sure they've got like Gray Merchants and a lot of these Underworld Dreams that just drain us out. That would have been a cool deck to see, but I think they just stumbled a bit too much and we were able to just really slam them with a lot of pressure, so sweet. Okay, up against Link Slip, and yeah, keep this. Got Setessan Skirmisher into Setessan Training, or potentially Entrancing Liar, depending on what our opponent has going. Ooh, that's a pretty good card too. It is an enchantment creature, so that pumps up our Skirmisher. Skirmisher has performed a little better than usual, I would say. Usually doesn't seem very impressive, but it's looked pretty good here. Okay. Get in for 3. See if they want to make the trade. They do not. We will tap down this Timuret with Entrancing Liar. It doesn't get its attack pumped by its devotion ability, only its toughness, so this Entrancing Liar is always going to be able to take it down. It is annoying to even have on the battlefield, though, because it can make our Typhons and our other escape creatures not very good. Okay, just going to kill our Setessan Skirmisher, sure. Sure. Ooh, Aras is pretty good. Well, you know what? If they want to trade, they do not. Okay, I think we'll just actually play out a Voracious Typhon, though. Put as much pressure on the board as we can. If we draw a land next turn, we can go Entrancing Liar and immediately tap down Timuret, which will be good. Because he's probably going to play something with some Devotion here, which will make it too good of a block for our Dreamstalker Mana Core to get through. And also, that means we shouldn't even attack with Typhon, so being able to answer that would be nice. Loathsome Chimera. Huh. So what I think we do here is Nessian Hornbeetle and Setessan Training on our Hornbeetle. Draw a card. Go to combat, grow, and pass turn. Alright, so now we're going to start growing this Hornbeetle. We can Warbriar's Blessing to get rid of the Timuret, which will be good. Hopefully they don't... Okay, training, that's fine. Up to 5 power. We just don't want him to play anything with Black Devotion in it right now, because we want to be able to Warbriar's Blessing that Timuret. Yeah. Alright. We could potentially just tap it down with the Entrancing Liar, but I think we would rather... Yeah, I think we'd rather just kill it. And go to combat, pump it up, and yeah, we'll just attack with everything. I mean, they can trade with our Hornbeetle, sure. We still get 4 damage through, so they're down to one life here. And we have this Liar to tap down if they try to put a blocker out, so we probably got it here, unless they just have some really good cards in hand. We should be able to just tap down a blocker and kill him with these 2 attackers. They'd have to have, like, Mire's Grasp and Final Death. Do they even have enough mana for that? No, they don't. I don't know. There might be... Well, there's the Mire's Grasp. Okay. Okay, but they don't have a way to answer the Typhon, too. So... That's the game. Alright. So this is the second to last. On to our final match of this league. It'll be the last one, because if we lose, we're out of the league, and if we win the league. So, here we go. On to the final round. Alright. Final game against Exotl. And yeah, this looks amazing, actually. This is exactly the play I was talking about when we were drafting. What that makes Hornbeetle so broken. If you can go turn 2 Hornbeetle into turn 3 4-power creature, you can just really run away with the game. So we will absolutely keep this. Like, Hornbeetle has just been a crazy good card. I'm very happy we took that over the rare. I think it is just a very powerful card. Ooh, Bronze-Hide Lion. Yeah, I still think we go for it. There's some argument into playing Moss Viper here, just because we can shut down this Bronze-Hide Lion, but we'll just go Hornbeetle into Loathsome Chimera into Iroas' Blessing to kill the lion, hopefully. Yep. Take 3. Alright. Load some Chimera. Go to combat, put a counter on our dude. Is there an untap spell? I'm trying to think if there's like a blink. Like, if they want to blink, that's fine. If they do the blink spell to blink the Bronzehide Lion and trade with our Horn Beetle, we're okay with that. Basically 2 for 1 of them. Okay, just an Omen of the Hunt, sure. Sure. Going to get, let's see if there's splash in another color, or if it's just green-white. Bronzehide Lion is pretty good. Not bad at all. Okay, they're Naya. Interesting. Wonder what they're splashing red for. Maybe green's their splash color. No, okay. It is definitely red. Maybe like a Rose's Blessing or some other removal that they're splashing for. I'm trying to think of like the good splashable red cards in this format. The first one that comes to mind is Rose's Blessing. Yeah. Nessian Horn Beetle. Okay. Give it indestructible, that's fine. We get to pump up our Nessian Horn Beetle. I guess they do just get to chump, don't they? I was gonna think, well, now we get to attack, but I guess that's... They still do, because they made it indestructible. Yeah. Maybe we could have done that better than... Maybe we should have waited till they were tapped out. Yeah, now we really don't want to attack, so... Yep, no attacks. Pass turn. We're gonna grow this thing big, but they can always just chump it with a Bronzehide Lion. I guess that we're gonna have stuff to attach this to when it dies anyway, though, so... Yeah, Bronzehide Lion is just pretty good. I'm trying to think if we have any way to deal with this. And the answer is not really. We just gotta give this thing trample, I guess, so the indestructibility doesn't matter. So we gotta find our, like, Setessan training, something like that. Omen of the Hunt, okay. Now we'll Moss Viper. Play Forest, and pass turn. Plan on Omen of the Hunting to dig a land out of our deck. We can use it to scry next turn, potentially. No attacks. Opponent might just scry a bunch here, we'll see. Alright, they're just gonna suit up this Bronzehide Lion, okay. Got a big old beetle, though. Sure. I guess we should be attacking in anyway, just so we can force them to use 2 mana. Because they wouldn't have been able to scry if we had done that there. Or at least they wouldn't have been able to Indomitable Will, you know? They wouldn't have been able to something. I guess we would have probably lost it though, wouldn't we have? Because they would have been able to do 6 damage. And now the Moss Viper makes things a little difficult. I think we just take 4 this turn, just because I don't want to lose our Horn Beetle to a Karametra's Blessing. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna Nylea's Intervention, just to pull 3 cards out of their... or pull 3 lands out of their deck. They should have pulled 4, I don't... Well, I guess they haven't played a land this turn, so they want to leave up the indestructibility. Oh man, if we can find a... If you can find a removal spell this turn, this thing is dead. So what we're gonna do is get a land out of our deck, and then we're gonna scry on our upkeep, because this is our window of opportunity. Well, we didn't find it, but we got a Furious Rise, which we cannot pass up. That's just too good. So we will go to our main phase, play Furious Rise, play a land. And pass turn. We get to draw an extra card for the rest of the game. Pretty good. And eventually we'll get like Colossus' Design plus Trample. Oh, okay. Wings is a little bit scary. Gonna be able to get over our board. We do have some life gain here, so we can I mean, we're just at a pretty low life total, but we can pull ourselves back a bit with this Attest Petitioner. What? Okay, I didn't expect that. I guess they just... Huh? Okay. I'm missing something? Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't know, our opponent maybe had something in mind when they did that, but I don't think it worked out for them. So we'll play Petitioner here, gain some life back, get out of the danger zone. I guess we just pass. Okay, there's Voracious Typhon, that's good. Yeah, so what we're probably aiming for here is just to have a big board, go super wide, get some trampling creatures, and then go for like a Biclothus' design. Our opponent did dig a lot of lands out of their deck, though, so... Sentinel's Eyes, sure. Okay, I mean, we know what they've got in their hand. So sure, we'll just keep blocking with the Horn Beetle. Oriad's pretty good. So we will play our Typhon. Play Oriad. Start, I guess we can't loot this turn, can we? Okay. We'll loot next turn. And grow our Horn Beetle a bit more. Pass turn. See what we exile with Furious Rise. Just another land, that's fine. That's fine, we can play that next turn and loot this forest away. Siona, alright. A little bit scary. Let's see what they dig out of their deck. Okay, they just whiff. That's pretty bad. Whiffing when you're digging 7 deep is just pretty much bad luck at that point. Yeah, opponent gets in for 1, sure. Yeah, I gotta just keep getting in with that Bronze-Eyed Lion. I mean, they can if they want. Alright, we'll take 1. Sure. Alright, we will play the land. We will loot this forest away. And another mountain. Alright. Play the Voracious Typhon. Put another counter on Horn Beetle and pass turn. Yeah, we're gonna aim for a Biclothus' design to close out the game. That's what we're digging for, and eventually we're gonna hit it. We're drawing 2 cards a turn here, so it's not gonna take too long before we're guaranteed to hit it. And we're digging with this Oriad of Mountain's Blaze. So yeah, that should be a good way to close out this game. Hero of the Nyxborn, okay. I guess they do have a lot of chump blockers, though. God, is that what they're splashing red for? Hero of the Nyxborn? It's a little surprising. We would like to draw our Spider to stop taking this damage in the air. Alright, yeah, Skirmisher. Manicore. I'll go ahead and loot. Alright, Stampede Rider, sure. We would love to draw just even a way to give our creatures trample would be good here. Yeah, we'll just pass turn. Ah, where's our Biclothus design? Okay, we didn't put it on the bottom at least, so we know it's not the very most bottom card in our deck, so that's something. Alright, just kills our Oriad, so it can't dig for cards. That sucks. Come on, Biclothus design. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, now they're going for the... Okay. They decided to start attacking with the Lion. So we got to put the pedal to the metal here. We can't keep missing. Ugh, we're gonna keep missing. Alright. Land. Stampede Rider. Okay, so let's see. If we attack here, they block. Block, block. Yeah, we don't have enough to kill them. we're just dead on the crackback, so we gotta draw. Oh my god. Ay ay ay. We just have not drawn anything, unfortunately. So this is it. This is the turn. We gotta draw a way to win the game or answer this bronze-sized lion, or we're dead. We have both, so wow. Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. We tried and tried and tried and proceeded to draw. Did we draw all the lands in our deck? Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We drew all but one of our lands, and we still have 12 cards in our deck. That's pretty brutal. So not much we can do about that. I guess whatever. Just swing with everything. We're dead here, so might as well go out with a swing. Let them do the math. Maybe they block wrong, but we're dead. Ugh. All it took was a hit in a Biclothis' design or Setessan training. There's plenty of spells we could have drawn to just win the game, and unfortunately, instead we drew a bunch of lands in a row, even with our Furious Rise going. But I mean, that's, you know, that's magic. Sometimes that'll happen. Alright, our opponent has officially blocked enough to live, so we will just scoop it up here. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of our league. Unfortunately, we almost had a full number of wins there, but couldn't quite pull it off in that last round. We just flooded a bit too hard, but I think we did build our deck correct as the way to come away from this. Something I think I am starting to figure out this format a bit, which is, you know, it's actually a pretty interesting format, a pretty unique format, because of the interaction between all the really powerful removal at lower rarities and escape. It really changes the nature of you know, kind of what you pick. It usually just good value creatures and removal are kind of the bread and butter of limited. But I think in this format, because there is just so much removal, and because escape means you can't really just outvalue your opponent, it seems like it's key to have a strategy. It's key to have some sort of greater consistent deck theme that's going to be able to win even when all your bombs get answered. You have to have some way to win, and I think we did that. I think, you know, our deck having this mono green-ish plan to use Enclothis' design to, you know, pump all our creatures massively and kind of go over the top of whatever our opponent's doing, and then just playing big creatures to benefit off of, like, you know, Furious Rise. I think we put together a deck that did not depend on any singular card in our deck, right? It all kind of worked together, and yet the pieces themselves were not weak either. I mean, if you look at, like, Typhon, for example, that's a card that works great in our theme, and it's also just a powerful card. So I think that's the key with Theros Beyond Death. You really have to build a deck that works, which makes it a pretty interesting format. So yeah, that's how I'm going to try to build decks moving forward, and it's a pretty interesting way to build. Like, it leads to situations like where we took that Nessian Hornbeetle over our over the rare in the back, not because the rare was bad, but we're going to take the beetle because it goes better with our theme, right? So it's interesting how the shift the shift of what your deck is actually trying to do, it matters a lot more, like, in this format than some other formats. You know, it's not just picking the best card in the pack and your colors as you go through. It's like, what am I trying to do, and which of these cards fits best into it? So that makes it a really interesting and fun format, and I'm excited to draft some more. But anyway, I've talked enough. Let's go and open some packs. I guess we need to actually claim our prize, don't we? So let me claim my prize here. We got 2 packs, 850 gems, not bad. We will open our prize packs here. So prize pack 1, we got Nessian Boar. Funny card, but not super great. It's got a pretty huge downside. Although, I mean, a lure of creature's not so bad. Okay, just a rare wild card. Always nice. And Taranika, we actually saw her in the packs. I would like to play her. She's a pretty fun looking card, but didn't have the chance to this time. Ooh, an Enigmatic Incarnation. Very cool card, and actually playable in draft too, I think. Theros Beyond Death is looking like a great format to draft, and I had a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed watching. This has been 2D, and I'll see you next time.